Guys, this is the gospel according to Mark with a C. He is I and I am he. Just taking some time to tell you exactly what's on my mind. Thank you for joining me once again, my friends. And as always, guys, I want to invite you to like, to share, and to subscribe, and make sure you remain subscribed, to the videos. I know that certain people have told me that they've been unsubscribed from my channel. They don't get notifications. This happens to me on some of the channels that I watch as well. I'll go on and I'll notice that I'm no longer subbed to the channel. It just happened this morning. I went on to my brother Demajanai's channel and it said that I was unsubbed. So I had to click sub all over again because that's must see viewing up in here. All right. So anyway, make sure you guys do that and check the description box. For whatever I might have in there, including the Cash App. If you guys would like to donate to the channel, to help it grow, I would appreciate that very much. All right, guys, listen. I tweeted, what was it, like maybe a week or so ago, that I was going to talk about this. And basically, it's not like it's new news or anything like that. I'm sure a lot of people have seen this, that they're talking about canceling Dr. Seuss. Or at least what they're doing is the publishing company of the Dr. Seuss books have decided they're going to discontinue certain books that they deem to be racist or offensive. Of course, if anyone has followed my videos for any number of years, you know that I don't like to overuse the word racist. I do prefer offensive. Most of the time, that's more appropriate because honestly, I don't see how an inanimate object can be racist. Racist to me is almost like an action. It's not enough that you hate somebody. You have to act out of your hate. You have to either kill someone or stop someone from pursuing a life of happiness and fulfillment. That would be racist. Listen, you can hate me if you want to. You can call me nigger, not around me, but I'm just saying if that's something that you want to do and that makes you feel happy over your dinner table in the living room and you're looking at the news and you see all these black people going crazy on the news, if you want to utter that word, that's on you, and you want to put that on a whole race and judge the whole race by what you see on TV, that's on you. I'm not here to tap dance and change your mind. But what is different is when you hate some people and you go out looking to harm them, to shoot them, to deny them a home or auto loan, to deny them an education. That's different. That is some hardcore racism. All right. And racism can be practiced by anybody. I wish people would stop telling that lie that black people can't be racist. It's bullshit. That might have been true back in the days when black people were impoverished and didn't have shit. But these days, I see black people living in the biggest houses on the block. You know what I mean? And they employ white people as their landscapers. Or what are the chances you have a black supervisor? Can he or can he not be racist? Can he deny someone employment based upon the color of their skin? Yeah, he can. It's not legal, but I'm just saying it's possible. I've dealt with EEO cases on my job. I've seen several EEO cases that have been filed against black supervisors against white people. It happens. All right. So it is what it is. All right. So the idea of the Dr. Seuss books being racist. All right. My son came home. He was very, very upset about that. And he wanted me to address it. He said, Dad, is it true? Is it true that Dr. Seuss was racist? And he was very, very hurt, guys, because you see my son in the thumbnail. That's him, that cute looking little kid there, from about 6 years ago. And I used to read to him all the time Dr. Seuss books, and he used to read them to me. And we used to have a great time with it because anyone who's heard me read know that I treat it like a performance. When you hear me reading these news articles and stuff, and I get into the different voices and sound effects and stuff, I've done that forever. I used to do that with my little sister, and we used to just crack up. I had a ball doing it, and she still laughs about it to this day. Remember when you read me this book or whatever? And so we always have fun thinking about that. And my son as well. So he was very upset about that. And I have to say, guys, I always knew about the offensive Dr. Seuss illustrations. I've seen them. I saw them a long time ago, where, he'll have the black people that they're like opaque with the big ass lips and stuff. And he's actually using the word nigger on the paper and all that stuff. And it's just like, listen, it's wrong. And like I said, it is offensive. Okay. It was a long time ago and it's not to excuse it, guys. It really isn't. But here's the thing. It's like when you deal with people who are in the arts, whether they're actors or sports people or illustrators and stuff like that. Rappers, I remember Eminem got caught up before because somebody came up with some old lyrics that he did using the M word. It's not cool, definitely, but you have to allow for growth of the person. I understand that Dr. Seuss regretted that he did those things. And if his publishing company, if they want to discontinue those images or those books, then I say bravo for them, because I would rather my son not come upon that. You know what I mean? If he is into Dr. Seuss the way he has always been. But like I said, I discovered them too. The difference is that I tend to judge people's works by the best of what they're doing and their legacy and everything. Like, it upsets me, it disappoints me, to know that he would have done that. But I would like to think maybe he would have grown to do better. I mean, look, let's all be honest, all right? We're not all squeaky clean. We all have or have been challenged by our perception of people who are different from us. We have been, you know. I will tell an off-color joke in a minute, but I know that I don't hate people, but sometimes it can be perceived that way, So I tried to explain this to my son, that whatever Dr. Seuss drew or wrote, it will never take away the incredible memories that we had, And like I said, I always read those stories like performance pieces, and he always loved them and stuff. Those are memories that will last forever, and it won't take away from that, So I had to explain that to him, and my son just went on to vent that. But Dad, it's not just that. He said he can't stand his generation, because everything is about canceling. Everything is about racism. Everything is about, gays and trans and who's straight and who's not, And I felt so bad for him, because I know that it's true. And I know that the time that we're living in now, it takes away children's innocence way too soon, And my son is very perceptive. One of the reasons why I love him so much, one of the billions of reasons why, is because he's so expressive with how he feels. I've always made it a point to be accessible to him, because the world will have you thinking you're going crazy. And I did my time, thinking I was crazy for the things that I thought. And I want my son to always know that it's safe for him, to come to me and talk to me. And I'm not going to condemn him or judge him or anything like that. We can work through anything. And I always tell him that, So he was just telling me that it's impossible, for him to turn on the TV without all of these images and all of these ideas and concepts and thought control devices being thrown at him, And he was saying to me, Dad, he was so frustrated. He's like, I don't want to be straight. I don't want to be gay. I don't want to be trans. I just want to be me. And I was just like, my mind was blown. He's 12 years old. He's going to be 13 in September. That's exactly right. That's how he should be feeling, Children should be allowed to be innocent. They should be allowed to be carefree. All of that, self, discovery and everything. There's a time for that. He's right there on the edge of that as it is, being that he's about to be 13 years old. I see that he's going through these changes. He's trying to make something out of this world around him and his place in it. I notice that, when we're driving or something, I just happen to catch an image of him in the rear view. If we're passing by like an attractive girl walking down the street, I'll see him in the rear view. I'm checking him out. He's like, I see him. I don't call him out on it, because I understand it's cool. Chances are I'm checking her out too, son. So, it's all good, man. But remember how it was when a lot of us were growing up? We had not a care. We thought those days would last, literally, we thought those days would last forever. We thought we would last forever. There's a time to deal with morality, immortality, and sexuality, and all of those things. There's a time for that. But let the kids be kids. Why do you have to watch your favorite cartoon and they just have to, put, the gay parents in there and everything? I mean, it's not that there's anything wrong with these things. Please don't get it twisted, guys. I'm not condemning these other lifestyles and other, sexualities and things like that, and other ways of being. I'm not. What I'm talking about is how overwhelming it can be to the children who have to perceive all of this. Let them be able to read Dr. Seuss without thinking racist. Let them be able to watch TV and they can watch their little commercials without being bombarded by somebody else's agenda. That's what they have parents for. That's what we're there for. Remember when you're little and you see somebody and they're walking down the block and they might be different, and the child says something like off the wall, oh my God, they're so fat or something, Now the person might have got their feelings hurt, but then the parents have to come in and say, child, that's not appropriate. We don't say things like that because it's insensitive to other people. It can hurt their feelings. You trust parents to parent. That's what we're supposed to do. You don't need TV coming into your home and saying, look, this is where you're going to be now. This is where you're going to tolerate this. You're going to have to live with this, and it's okay to be this. And you know what I mean? You can't turn the TV anymore. The kids, they're being taught like Black Lives Matter, Black Lives Matter, Black Lives Matter. Okay, but remember, they're kids, all right? So the first thing you should be teaching them is that all lives matter. That's what kids need to have ingrained in them. So when they get older, you won't have to tell them that Black Lives Matter. Because they do understand the concept that all life is actually valuable. That's where they are. All right. We're judging them by where we are and by how scarred and ugly that we can be sometimes. Kids need to believe in life. They need to feel good about things. And we're not giving them time to do that. So talking to my son definitely brought that home for me. We had a very, very long talk. We continue to have long talks. I'm always going to be there for him that way. So I want to send this video out to my son. I don't always encourage him to watch my videos because he knows sometimes I can yell and fuss and cuss and everything, but he understands where his father is coming from. He knows why I do the things I do and the way I express myself. But still, I know that he sneaks a peek every now and then. So in the event that you see this, son, sooner or later, you'll see all my videos anyway. I just want to say that I love you very much. Everything that I do is for you. Every single thing, every decision that I make, is inspired by you. And you're the best thing that ever happened to me because you do challenge me to be the best that I can be. And I want to help you to be the best that you can be. So there's that. And I want to thank everyone else too, for listening to all of this. And you can get in the comment section whether you're a parent, who wants to share some ideas, whether you're a child, who wants to express themselves or used to be a child. And like I said, these videos aren't really for kids, but just your experiences, guys. You can get out there and let's be there for each other, guys, because these are some very, very, very challenging days, and we have to be vigilant, with our kids, because as they sit in front of a TV, there's probably hundreds, if not thousands, of things that go through their minds, trying to figure out what's going on. If a young boy says, I want to be, if a young boy says, I feel like a girl, or if a young girl says, I feel like a boy, then we should be there to talk to them. We shouldn't be running up with a scalpel talking about, okay, let's do some reassignment surgery today, guys, for arts and crafts. No, that's not what it's about. All right. It's just about being there for them and helping them and listening to them and guiding them, not putting all of the world's issues on their shoulders, All right, guys. So anyway, like I said, share with me in the comment section how you feel about all of this. You can like, share, subscribe. As always, catch me on Twitter. The link will be in the description below. Thank you guys so much for rocking with me. I'll catch you on the next one. This is The Gospel According to Mark with a C. Rock on.